I want to focus us all on the life of Pope Francis and its impact on each of us. Today, that's the real story.
We begin this hour with breaking news. Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI has died.
At 7:35 this morning, the Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the house of the Father.
I stand firmly with my Catholic friends who mourn the death of the Pope and join them in praying for a new Pope who will reunite them. Doing that is consistent with the teachings of one of the giants in my profession, the founder of analytic psychology, Carl Jung, who incidentally was not Catholic either. I share some of his observations about Catholicism, not just for my Catholic friends, but to help us non-Catholics as well in evaluating the life of the Pope, applying principles central to both Catholicism and psychology. You see, Carl Jung studied Catholicism in his pursuit of understanding psychology. He said, even so, as a Protestant, it is quite clear to me that in its healing effects, no creed is as closely akin to psychoanalysis as Catholicism. He pointed out that the symbols of the Catholic liturgy offer the unconscious such a wealth of possibilities for expression that they act as an incomparable diet for the psyche. He recognized that psychology and Catholicism shared similar methods, logic, and rules. I share some of that with you now in reviewing the life of Pope Francis. The Pope's death has triggered much debate about his leadership of the Catholic Church.
Francis's 12-year-long papacy was in many ways a remarkable one, working in service to the Church until the very day before he died.
Last year, you decided to allow Catholic priests to bless same-sex couples. That's a big change. Why?
No, what I allowed was not to bless the union. That cannot be done because that is not the sacrament.
Pope Francis has now called for a genocide investigation in Gaza, which is just an absurdity on every possible level.
Such reflection is healthy if we do it in the right way. During the period of time when I used my training in psychology as a trial consultant, it was common for us to spend time after a case was completely done, over and tried, to analyze what we had done well during the trial and what we could have done better. We called it a post-mortem, a phrase particularly appropriate now when applied to looking back on the life of Pope Francis. There is no shame in making mistakes, you see, either in psychology or religion. There is only shame in not learning from them. So as with his life, Pope Francis now blesses us with the opportunity to learn from his mistakes, a mere mortal himself. Perhaps his most criticized remark was, quote, "Who am I to judge?" As the vicar of Christ, his critics said that surely he had the right to judge, perhaps even the obligation to condemn. The point of my comment is not contingent on whether or not you are Catholic. And again, I, by the way, am not. My point is how we can learn if we do think a mistake has been made. So before we hope for a new Pope who will judge and condemn, let's remember that God sent His Son into the world not to condemn or judge the world, but that the world through Him might be saved. John 3:17. When Christ himself was asked by a group of men whether it was right for them to stone a woman who had been caught in the act of adultery, he said, quote, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." After the men had all left, none having cast a stone at her, he told the woman, "Neither do I condemn you." But he did not stop there. While loving the sinner, he nevertheless did not bless her sin. He did not tell her it was no sin. He didn't say that at all. Rather, his last words to her were, "Go and sin no more." John 8:11. That same principle is the most foundational rule of modern psychology. Never reward bad behavior. The real question is what you decide is bad behavior. So today I pray for a new pope who will neither condemn the sinner nor bless the sin. And having been trained as a psychologist, I hope that we will all do the same in our own lives, even when we do not agree on what is or is not bad behavior. We should all agree that we need not love everything about a person in order to love that person. Christ himself gave us a new commandment that we love one another as he loved us. John 13:34.
A new commandment I give you, that you love one another, as I have loved you, that you also love one another.
Matching his love is no easy task, inasmuch as while we were yet sinners, he died for us. Romans 5:8. It is those qualities I hope we get in the new pope and in each of us as well. Sinners all. Wherever you're getting The Real Story, make sure you subscribe and follow. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's discuss preparedness, because we know emergencies happen when we least expect them, but instead of just taking it, we can prepare. Let's discuss Jace Case, one of your most important preparation tools. With Jace Case, you'll have emergency prescription medications on hand right when you need them. Think about it. Ever been caught off guard? Whether it's a sudden illness or a travel hiccup, the right medications can make all the difference. Jace Case is designed to take that worry off your plate, so when a minor health issue pops up, it doesn't turn into a major problem. Don't let unforeseen circumstances derail your plans or your peace of mind. Live with confidence. Take charge with Jace today. Visit jace.com and use code PHIL for a discount on your order and get emergency antibiotics on hand for the moment you need them. That's jase.com, code PHIL, PHIL.